Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be doing a different kind of tag, and it's called the 50 Random Facts About Me tag. And it's basically just a fun little tag that I've been wanting to do for a while that other people have done, and it's just for you to get to know me a little bit more, I guess. So first of all, I am 26 years old. I remember my first crush being in kindergarten, and I'm pretty sure the guy's name was, or the little boy's name rather, was Ryan. And I don't remember much about him, but I remember that he was like the bad kid in class, and for some reason I liked him. And he used to like eat his crayons, and to get his attention, I guess, I decided to eat crayons too. So yeah, pretty dumb and random. Thankfully though, that wasn't the one that I ended up with. I married the love of my life, and his name is Daniel, and I got married pretty young. And he was in the military, and so we just got married, and it's been great. We've been married almost 9 years in a couple of weeks, so I'm very blessed to have him in my life. This is a pretty huge thing. My husband and I have been married, like I said, for almost 9 years, and for most of that time we have had custody of my brothers and sisters and my niece and nephew now, but they're a large part of my life, and I love them to pieces, and they're like my own, and I'm blessed to have them in our lives, and I am blessed to have such a wonderful husband that would want to care for them. So anyway, that's a huge part of my life, is that I have 5 kids and I'm only 26, and so I haven't had any kids of my own yet, but yeah, so that's a huge responsibility in my life that it's a lot on us, but it's definitely a blessing, and so I wouldn't change anything for it. Okay, next, I live in Missouri. My favorite animal is zebra. I've always been fascinated with them. I think that they are just gorgeous. And my husband and I are youth leaders here at our church, and we do the Bible quizzing ministry, we help with bus ministry, we lead the outreach team. We're in so much, and I just love it. I love everything about God and church, and I'm so blessed, but that's a huge part of my life. I definitely love trying new hair care products. I'm a little bit obsessed, and my husband goes nuts sometimes because he's like, seriously, how much more do you need? But I love trying new things. I love going to the store and finding new hair care products. It's just something that I love. I do not like the dark, and I'm trying to get better at that, but I do not like being in the dark. I've always been super afraid of the dark, and so I've gotten better, but I definitely still do not prefer to be in the dark. One of my worst fears is to be chased. I hate that feeling. I hate to even if somebody's joking around with me, to like chase after me freaks me out totally. I hate it. Okay, whenever I find free time, which is not very often, I do love to read. I love Christian romance books. I love like Lori Wick, Lori Copeland. I love Francine Rivers is one of my favorites. One of my favorite things to do is to travel, and I love to take random road trips, whether it be long road trips or just a short drive in the country. I love traveling. I love to fly. My most relaxing things that I love to do is to take a bubble bath. I take way too many baths. Even if I've taken like 2 showers a day, one of my favorite things to do every night is to take a bath. I just think it's so relaxing. I have a huge like tub, and I love it. I light candles and just read or play on my phone or whatever. I just love it. It's so relaxing, and definitely probably waste way too much water, but I love a good bath. One food that I absolutely cannot stomach is tomatoes. I've tried, I just hate it. I hate them with a passion. They make me gag. I hate them. I have tried to like just do it and try to be grown up about it, but I just don't think it's ever gonna happen. I definitely hate tomatoes. I have not cut my hair in over 14 years, and I haven't even trimmed it, like not at all. And you would think that I have really bad split ends, but I don't. I really take care of my hair, and I love it. It almost touches the ground, and so that's pretty insane. Most people nowadays don't have that long of a hair, and I never thought it would be that long, but it's there and it's still growing, so we'll see. I don't know, but I love it. I am somewhat of a procrastinator, and one of my biggest dreams is to someday have my own baby, and I'm super excited to have my own child, and just be a mom. And so I'm really excited, and I know that someday that's going to happen. So that's one of my biggest dreams, though, is to tell my husband that I'm pregnant. So we'll see. Another thing is I get really attached to people, like people that I just met. I don't know, I can form connections like you wouldn't believe, and I get so attached to people, and I hate saying goodbye to people. Like, I hate it. I am very independent. I think being married to my husband, who's in the military, has kind of caused that. And then the way I grew up, I was forced to be independent, and so I'm definitely independent, but I try to be, very submissive as well to my husband, but I'm definitely independent. My husband, as I've kind of mentioned, is in the Army, and he was active for almost 5 years, and now he's in the reserves. And so that's another fact, is that we lived in New York for almost 5 years, and I miss it terribly. I hate insects or anything really that crawls. Little animals, rodents terrify me. I do not like them. I hate them. I've not really ever been a big pet person. We've had like a couple of dogs and cats over the years, and it never works out. They either run away, or they just hate us, or they're mean, and we have to end up getting rid of them. So it never really works out. But I recently, in the last week, we have gotten a new dog, and it's a Chow Chow, and she's 4 years old. And it's different this time for me, I think, because she was abandoned, unfortunately, and it's a bad story. So I think it's just the person in me that likes to take care of people and things, that I'm already so attached to this dog, and her name is Sasha, and I love her, and she's so sweet. But anyway, so we have a Chow Chow now, so maybe I'm becoming a pet person. I love playing board games and cards with my family and friends. I love, one of my favorite games, which is so random, is the game of spoons. I like to play that with our youth and my family and friends. We usually play that at Christmas with my husband's family, and it's so fun. It's like chaotic and crazy. I love to sing. I sing at my church, and I sing every day, all day around the house. I love to sing. Okay, one thing, before I was married, I used to collect things and buy things and place them in my hope chest, hoping that someday I would get married. And I used to have a little hope chest, and I really enjoyed that. And now, ever since I've been married, I have what I call a baby hope chest, and I have a serious problem with going and looking for baby clothes or little, little random things, and I have this huge baby hope chest now, so I better have a baby someday, because I'm getting a lot of stuff and it's getting kind of crazy. So my mom got my ears pierced at a very young age, and apparently one night when my mom was at work, because she works nights, and my dad, he was asleep, apparently I fell out of my bed or something of that sort, and my earring got caught in the floor. Apparently I rolled over, and my earring ripped out of my ear. And so I have this now, if you can see it. I have a little rip in my ear. I love roller coasters. It's one of my favorite things. I love amusement parks. Here in Missouri, we have something called Silver Dollar City. I love Six Flags. I would love to go to Worlds of Fun. I've never been there before, but love roller coasters. I love going camping and swimming. I'm not a huge outdoors fan, but when it comes to camping, I am all for it. I love it. My dream vacation is to go to the Sandals Resort in Antigua. I do not like to share drinks. I don't like to share drinks at all. Like, even with my siblings or the kids, I don't like to share drinks. I do not really like wearing flip-flops. I never have. I don't know. I just don't like the feel of them. I don't really like to show my toes, even though they're not ugly or something. It's just I don't like showing my toes, so I don't really like flip-flops. I've had one pair in the last 10 years, and they're still brand new looking, so that tells you something. I'm not a big shopper. I do like a few stores, but I do love the Goodwill stores. I am obsessed with the one here in my town. It is bad at something, and so I'm always finding something. And I basically decorated, if you can see, my house and stuff. I've gotten all of that stuff there. A lot of this stuff is from Goodwill here in my town, and so I love it. I found so much great stuff there, and yeah, I'm a Goodwill addict. Okay, my favorite food is anything basically Chinese or Mexican. I could eat Chinese, Mexican every single day. One weird random fact about me, when I was young, I used to eat chocolate pudding mixed with chow mein noodles. I used to like get it. I started doing this at Pizza Inn, I believe, and I don't know where I got that idea or why I would ever eat it like that, but I used to get the pudding from the buffet, the chocolate pudding, and mix in chow mein noodles and like stir it up and then eat it. And I used to think it tasted like chocolate graham crackers. And anyway, so recently, like within the last year, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that because I haven't had it in years. So I went to the store and I bought chocolate pudding and I bought a bag of chow mein noodles, and I took it home and I tried it, and it tasted like sawdust. Like, it was bad, and so I have no idea how I ever liked that. So that was definitely, I don't know why I used to like that. When I was young, my friend Brandy and we used to climb up in my closet, and then the little shelf at the top, we used to sit up there and we used to roast marshmallows off of the heat of my light bulb. I don't know, pretty dumb, but we used to do that. One of my favorite things to do was to send somebody a card. I love giving people cards. It's just one of my favorite things. One thing that I do collect is little golden books. I don't know if you used to have them when you were little, but they're the little golden books, and I love them. One of my favorite ones is the Pokey Little Puppy, and I think that one's adorable and so cute, and I just love it. I love looking at the sky and the clouds, and I love seeing rainbows. I just think that they're so majestic and so beautiful. I love to wear like animal print patterns, and I love to mix patterns. I love like cheetah and zebra and leopard print things, and I love to mix the patterns nowadays. One of my favorite late night snacks is to eat a bowl of cereal. I don't usually eat cereal in the morning. I like to eat cereal like late at night. Whenever I put the toilet paper roll on the toilet paper thingy, it has to be to where the toilet paper pulls down from the top. It can't be from where it pulls from underneath. That definitely irritates me, and I cannot stand it. If it's on there that way, then I will take it off and put it the right way that I like it, where the toilet paper pulls from the top. And even if I'm at like a friend's house, if I see it that way, I normally change it because it irritates me that bad. Okay, even whenever things are kind of chaotic in my life or there's a lot going on, I always try to be a positive person. I don't like being negative, and I don't like people to know that, you know, things might be a little crazy in my life. So definitely always try to be positive and have a good outlook on things. Growing up, I had a pretty bad childhood and came through a lot, and came out of a really bad home, and I'm just so thankful to be where I am today. God has blessed me with a beautiful home, an awesome husband, and I just love what the Lord has done in my life today, and He's taken me so far. I never thought I would be where I am today, but I'm so thankful that the Lord brought me out of the mess that I was in, and He preserved my life, and I'm just so blessed to be where I am today. I have never dyed or highlighted my hair. When I was young, my hair used to be like sandy blonde. It was like brown, and then it looked like highlights of blonde, and people used to ask me if I highlighted my hair, and I didn't. It was just naturally like highlighted, I don't know. But I've never dyed or even highlighted my hair. Or I love getting cards in the mail myself. I love getting presents in the mail. I love getting my Birchbox in the mail. Basically anything that comes from me in the mail besides bills, I love. And it just makes my day and puts a smile on my face. I really enjoy getting things in the mail. I love hanging out with family and friends and laughing till late in the night with friends, and I just really enjoy that. But one of my favorite things is at the end of the day, every day, I love coming home and just getting my PJs on and relaxing and having my own time. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people like are eating and they start to talk with their mouth open like while they're eating their food. It just totally disgusts me and makes me think that they're gross. I can't even handle it. It's gross. Okay, one of the things that I used to say I wanted to do when I was young is if I could have a huge house and have like a ton of rooms, I would paint each bedroom door a different color, and I would love to like take in all of the abandoned kids, people who don't, you know, have parents anymore. I would love to like give them each their own room with a different colored door. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this 50 random facts about me. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would ask that you just go ahead and subscribe and just let me know what you thought, honestly. So anyway, I hope you have a great and blessed day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!